Okay. How the British people implemented the rules and regulations in the forest, we see how the people are suffered, tribal people under the British administration, we saw in that. But a closer look, due to that increasing of new taxes, exploitation of their labor by the Dicos, means outsider, some section of the tribal people throughout the Middle India, they raised the voice against the British government and the colonial government. Some of the examples in these people are the struggled against the British government. The most importantly, the Coles tribal people. Coles, these are the people are in the between the period of 1831-32 in the United Province. And right now that is called Uttar Pradesh. These people are raised their voice against the British people. Another important movement, Santals in the Jharkhand. Santals between the period of 1855, those people in the Jharkhand. Whereas one more, the people are in the Bastar districts, in the year 1910. This area, the Bastar, at right now in the Chhattisgarh. These people are revolted against the British government. They don't want to pay any kind of taxes to the British government, and a new forest law also they are not accepted. And one more, the Warli revolt in the year 1940. That is in Maharashtra. This area people are revolted against the British government. They don't want to pay any kind of taxes. They want to freely move in the forest. And such a kind of the most important one is under the leadership of who are the people, Munda community in the Jharkhand region, Birsa Munda. He was born in the mid 1870s. Exact year is not mentioned. Was born in the mid 1870s. The son of a poor family. In that, those generally the poor people, the not tribal chief. He grew up around the forest of Bohanda, that is at present Jharkhand area. Bohanda, and the most importantly, the person is doing that grazing. Whatever that is, grazing a sheep, playing the flute and dancing the local akhara. What is that? Akhara, dancing that local akhara, local akhara, the dancing there, playing the flute and rearing the sheep. Whatever the person is grazing that, this is the most important one. Forced by the poverty, his father always moved from one place to another place. These people always not settled and moving from one place to another place for looking work. So as an adolescent of the Birsa Munda, had that stories of Munda uprising in the past, in the long back, how the Munda community people are raised the voice against colonial domination or the Hindu domination. He heard the stories and he wanted to do in that manner only. This is the person, Munda, saw themselves who are the community people who are like Dicos. European people, outlanders. Who are that? Or that landlords, trader, all these people, they wanted to eliminate from the community. In this region, who are the people are fought against this? For those themselves the seen as a descendant of the original settler of this region. These are the people are tribal people seen descendants of the people who fought against this community in that Brahmin domination or the Hindu domination or the money lenders and the European people. Against this, who people are who fought in the tribal behalf of the tribal people? Those people descendants, these are now taken seen like. They wanted to get back their own kingdom like that before the European people came to India. How they had. Birsa went to the local missionary school also. That Britishers came, the European people came, they set up some schools and legend that ceremony of missionaries. What that missionary schools they set up. They too had that, said that it was possible to the Mundas attain the kingdom of heaven. There only in the Christian missionary schools only they heard. They would possible when if they became a good Christian and gave up their bad practices. Give up their bad practices. What they're like, whatever they had, that superstitions. Later on, not only in that Christian missionary, Birsa spent some time in that one of the company prominent of Vaishnava, that is Hindu religion, devotees of Lord Vishnu. Preacher, he wore the sacred thread also, like Brahmins. And they began to value of importance of purity and piety. Righteousness, purity and piety means that righteousness, the good thing, the virtue of being a pious. He learned from that. Then, another important thing, the Birsa deeply influenced the many ideas came to the touch in the growing up years gradually. His movement aimed to the reforming a tribal society. He urged to the Mundas to give up drinking liquor, clean their village, and stop believing the witchcraft and sorcery. That means witchcraft means the sorcery, art of sorcery means like whatever that a magical spell. Like they should not believe that old beliefs, whatever we call that blind belief. We must remember the Birsa also turned against that. He learned whatever the things from the missionary and Hindu Vaishnava, the Hindu society, the good things he took. Against the tribal society, whatever the preach, the missionaries and Hindu societies, he opposed them. Missionary ideas and Hindu domination also, he opposed it. Why? Because those are seen, the tribals are wild and savage, uncivilized people they seem like. So that is why he rejected that. In the year 1895, Birsa urged his followers to recover their glorious past. When he was young, in 1895, he urged his followers to recover their glorious past. What is the before Britishers came to India there? He talked about the golden age in the past called Satya Yuga, age of truth. When Mundas lived in good life, constructed embankment and tapped the natural spring, planted trees and orchards, practiced cultivation for their own living. A very happy life they led. Before these Europeans came to India, and they did not kill their brethren like the brothers and their relatives. They lived honestly. Birsa also wanted people once again to walk their land for settle down the cultivator of the field. What that before that European people came to India, they led the life, very happy life, without disturbance. They very happily they cultivated the land for that food grains only. Such a kind of life he expected again. They want to get back. All these things are seen by the European people, especially British officials worried about the Birsa movement. The government is feared the movement may revolt, rise against the British government. They wanted that what the Birsa Munda is expecting or preaching them, Birsa Raj, they wanted to establish. The fear the people are. So the land policy of the British were also destroying the traditional land system. What they had, that some generations they are cultivating, they lose the right on the land now. So Hindu landlord, money lenders were taking away their land. What they given that some money in form of loan. They took the land. The land when they are failed to repay the loan. So all these things, the missionaries and Hindu societies criticized the tribal culture and their traditional cultures. So that's why all our enemies, tribal people seen Hindu, Christian people, money lenders and landlords, everybody seen as their enemies only. So the moment is spread, the British government officials have decided to give the punishment to Birsa Munda. They arrested in the year 1895. They convicted him to charge of rioting and jailed him for 2 years. Attacking. In the name of some, he is motivated the tribal people to attack their police stations. He got some ammunition, some war material. For that, he was arrested and put into the jail 2 years. When he was released from the jail 1897, who are the people are the close followers of Birsa Munda, who are the people are influenced by the Birsa's preachings, those are met him. Touring the village to village and gather the support, all the people are met him, huge traditional symbols of language. Surrounds the people, approaching them. Traditional symbols, the traditional local language used, the people can easily understand that. They can reach very easily to that. Then what he urging to them, he said, to destroy the Ravana. Like that means, who are the Ravana here? European people, English and European people. Those are called Dikos, outsiders of that. Outsider. Diko means outsider, whether the Hindu people or money lender or trader or European people, whoever. They wanted to destroy and establish the kingdom under Birsa Munda's leadership. Birsa's followers began targeting the symbols of Diku and the European power. Whatever the buildings are there or institutions are there, they are targeted to that. Diku's power. They attacked the police stations and churches and raided the property of money lender and jamindars. He raised the white flag as a symbol of the Birsa Raj. In such a manner, they are dead. But in the year 1900, Birsa was died of cholera and movement faded out, means vanished. But one thing we have to remember, through this moment, the tribal people are succeeded in the two ways at least. One is that forced colonial government to introduce laws so that the land of the tribal could not be easily taken over. What that British people made that rules and regulations, they made the law. With that, they cannot take the land from the tribal people very easily, one thing. And another important, secondly, it showed once again that tribal people had a capacity to protest against the injustice. And they had a right to express their anger against the colonial rule. Through this Birsa movement, it showed that two important aspects. That is, he can inspire. In this manner, the person inspired the tribal people. Okay?